Okay, in today's episode of Buying and Selling Shit on eBay, we're going to be talking about how to package things. More, how not to package things. So I ordered these 4 parts MacBook Pro housings on eBay. These are MacBook Pro chassis for the 13-inch and 15-inch unibody MacBooks. These are like 2009 to 2012 era MacBook Pros. And I paid a pretty good price for them. I got all of these for $29. And some of them came with keyboards, some of them came with touchpads, and there was even one that came with an optical drive. Unfortunately, this was all ruined because you know how these came packaged? In this priority mail box, just stuffed in there, held together with 2 rubber bands, no packing material to be seen. Nothing. No bubble wrap, no cardboard, no newspaper, no packing peanuts, nothing. So, you know what happened? Pretty much everything suffered some type of damage during shipping. So this optical drive that came with, untested, but now probably never going to work again because you can see how warped the metal is. Pretty much the only parts I'll be able to salvage off of this are this little mounting bracket and the little ribbon cable that connects to the motherboard. I might even be able to salvage some of these screws. Otherwise, this thing is toast. This keyboard, which is said to be working, good. We are missing the key here. The eject key is completely broken. I don't even know where it went, but it was completely broken when this got here. And a few of the other keys had popped off during shipping. And to make matters worse, this part of the keyboard here is actually bent. You can see here if I can see it going back and forth like that. It's either up like this or it's down kind of concave like that. So chances are this thing is never going to work again, and even if it does, it's not going to look right. Which is a shame because according to the seller, it's a working keyboard. This 15-inch unibody chassis, the touchpad is completely shattered and is actually shifted out of place in here. You can see the little bit of crack here and the crack up here, and of course it's not clicking like it's supposed to. And also the metal here got bent out of place, which is not supposed to happen. And this was actually even worse when I got it. I was able to kind of bend it back into place, but you can still see that it is bent out of place, and no matter how much I try, it's never going to be the same again, which is a real shame because otherwise this thing is in very good condition other than being a little bit dusty. Moving on to this 15-inch unibody chassis. It does have a good keyboard. It looks like the keyboard's in good condition, but when I got this, a few of the keys had popped off because they had popped off during shipping, and again, the touchpad cracked during shipping. Other than that, it seems to be in good condition. We even have what looks to be a speaker assembly here, and even more of the mounting brackets here. So that's all fine and good. Moving on to the 13-inch. This one, I don't think it suffered too much damage. It looks to be fine for the most part. I don't see any major signs of damage. And then this other 13-inch unibody also seemed to be okay. This one I think survived, other than, again, the keys popped off, but I was able to pop them back in place. This one might need some cleaning up because the keys feel a bit sticky, but that shift key wasn't even going down. But yeah, so these 13-inch ones are the ones I need because I'm working on these 2 13-inch MacBook Pros over there. But yeah, we got a fully working keyboard that is now at least partially damaged and missing keys. We got a shattered touchpad that otherwise could have been used. We have a shattered touchpad and a bent chassis that otherwise could have been used. So this really and then this optical drive very well might have worked, but it is probably not going to work with this damage to it. So this just ticks me off. Like, if you're selling something on eBay, even if it's broken, even if it's something that is as is for parts, untested, whatever, pack it well. Take 5 extra minutes to get some newspaper or packing peanuts or bubble wrap, anything that can help cushion these things during shipping so they don't come just wrapped up in some rubber bands in the box that isn't even meant for the size that these were made. And this box is a little beat up because I had to tear it open, but it wasn't in much better condition to begin with. Like, it came with the sides warped downwards because there wasn't any packing material. So, yeah, whenever you're shipping anything, whether it's on eBay, Amazon, whatever, take the extra couple of minutes to pack them well. That is all I ask, because otherwise you have something that could have been salvageable, something that could have been fixed, that is now toast or beyond repair. Thankfully, the parts I needed did come in one piece, and even this particular one, I can replace the touchpad because this is otherwise in good condition. This one I don't know about. I mean, I can replace the touchpad, but there's not much I can do about this aluminum here, because it's going to be very difficult to bend it back into the correct position where it doesn't bend the keyboard underneath. So, yeah, it's a huge pain in the butt when people do this. Like, you went through the time to make this listing. You went through the time to put these in a box and take them to the post office. Why couldn't you have taken the extra couple of seconds to actually put sufficient packing material in this? Radio TV Phono Nut makes a lot of videos about stuff he bought off of eBay that got damaged in shipping due to the lack of sufficient material. So, anyone out there, whatever you're selling on eBay, pack it properly. That is all I ask.